Hey everyone, it is your boy Blazey here, bringing you a brand new video on this wet and dreary Easter Monday. So I hope everyone had a fantastic Easter. Hope the Easter Bunny bought you lots of chocolate and a better football result than he did for Newcastle United. I don't want to talk about it and just fingers crossed we get a better result next week. So, Easter Monday here in the UK, that means it's a bank holiday, and it also means it's a chance for me to release a brand new video for you guys, and it's something a little bit different today. What I'm going to be doing in today's video is showing you some of the cards that I'm holding in my collection so far. So this is a bit of a collection update for you all today. We have picked up some crazy cards already, if you're looking at the auto pile down there, in 2025, and I cannot wait to show you my progress because realistically, I think we are going to show in today's video between 10 and 11,000 pounds worth of football cards, which is absolutely crazy. So a couple of different things to show you. We've got some cool stuff from my whole collection. We've got a lovely Bruno Guimaraes rainbow. We've got all my PSA slabs, and then we've got the ultra high-end pile, which features some crazy autograph hits. So before I get started, if you enjoy today's video, then make sure you smash that like button and do subscribe and hit the bell, never to miss a single video from your boy Blazey. I've got a Man United team set review coming this week, and hopefully Tots Midnight and Panini Prizm Premier League will finally be released. So a lot more to look forward to, but what we're going to do is start with this pile right here. So what we're doing with this pile right here, these are things that I'm holding in my collection at the moment. Not sure whether they're going to be ones that I hold forever, but there's some cool cards, I guess, that either mean a lot to me or they're rookies that I'm holding on to. So we're going to start off with this Diego Moreira autograph, rookie autograph, numbered to just 10 copies. The guy got a move to Chelsea very, very early in his career, but unfortunately for him, it didn't quite work out. He's gone to RC Strasbourg, where he's actually had a really good season, and he's showing a lot of potential. So a lot of people dumped their Diego Moreira cards, but I'm pretty confident he might be worth the long-term hold because he has had a much, much better season. And I do believe he's still only 20 years old, I want to say. So he's got a lot of time left to mature. So we've got this nice Diego Moreira. We've then got Semir Kılıçdaroğlu, the young striker for Besiktas. Had a crazy breakout season last season, scored like 10 goals. Has had a really rough going this year. They've got a new manager, new tactics. It hasn't quite worked for him. He only has 5 rookie autographs. I've got one of the 5. So I am going to hold on to this one in the hope he either gets a move to the Prem and kills it, or things start to turn around for him. We've then got ourselves a João Neves, number to 25, rookie from Donruss Elite. He only has one rookie card, João Neves. A lot of people consider his 23, 24 cards to be his rookie. They're not. It's the 22, 23 Donruss. This is numbered to just 25. It's worth about £300 if you go on what some of the other numbered cards have sold for. He is a kid with an awful, awful lot of potential. Has killed it at PSG this year. Definitely made the right choice choosing them over Man United. And yeah, for such a short midfielder, he's an absolute baller in the middle. So this is a hold for now, but one I might move on if his career continues to spike upwards. We then got Gavi, number to 10, rookie from the Merlin Heritage 97 set. This was the biggest rookie I hit up until a couple of weeks ago. He had an absolutely insane breakout season, very unlucky with a knee injury, but look at this, number to 10, one of his first rookie cards. This is definitely a long-term hold for me. We then have a card that's a little bit special. This Forza Aguero was a case hit from Panini Aficionado Soccer, a 2017 collection. My first ever case hit in a video. It's a stunning card. It's worth about £80, I reckon, at the moment. One I might look to shift on, but it means a lot to me because this is my first case hit and I'm very sentimental, which is why I've still got it. We've then got a lovely Ronaldinho MVP card from Panini Mega Cracks 2004, I want to say. It's really, really cool, this. It looks a little bit chromy. Ronaldinho is a baller. If you're from my generation, you remember him lobbing David Seaman at the 2002 World Cup. So yeah, nice little throwback Ronaldinho. We've then got one that you guys are going to like. It's a Lionel Messi player worn patch right there. It does say match worn, but I'm not 100% sure it is. But we've got a lovely number to 50, Lionel Messi, with a piece of his kit from PSG. And that is followed very quickly by Cristiano Ronaldo and a piece of his Juventus kit. This is definitely player worn, and I believe this is, number 269. That's number 75 even. That's how long I've held this card. This was the first relic card I actually ever bought. It is the GOAT Cristiano Ronaldo. Funny enough, these cards aren't worth as much as you would think. The Ronaldo is worth about £30. The Messi about £70. So they're £100 all in together, those two. But two nice player-worn patches from two of the GOATs. We just wish this was Real Madrid and this was Barcelona. That would make them a little bit more spicy. We've then got a Gianfranco Zola autograph. My first ever autograph card I hit in a video. I bought about 10 packs from Luke Solve. He's selling singular Topps Chrome Match Attax packs, and I hit one from those, which is crazy. So, sentimental for me, because it was my first autograph hit. We then got a lovely Merlin Match Ball Robert Lewandowski, worth about £100. Beautiful card, piece of Champions League match ball. This was really, really nice. I had a really dud 2 years with Merlin, and then I hit this beautiful Robert Lewandowski, and it was followed very quickly the following year by this Alphonso Davies autograph. Again, Champions League match ball, but this one's numbered to 25. This is about £125, this card. Again, they're steep, these Merlin match balls, because they're so rare, super thick, and there's not many cards like it. And then to finish this pile off, we've got my Alan Shearer autograph, numbered to just 10, from Panini Eminence, Qatar 2022. And if you take a look, you can see it's got a genuine diamond in there, which is absolutely mental. Alan Shearer was my favourite footballer growing up. I picked this card up for about £250. It's probably still worth about £250. The diamonds always help it hold value. But 3 of 10 from arguably from my side, one of the greatest centre forwards the world has ever seen. In one of the coolest England kits as well the world has ever seen. So look at that. A beautiful Panini Eminence Alan Shearer on-card autograph with a diamond in the middle. What a card. What a card. And they are just some of the PC cards that I'm holding at the moment. I will hold things like the Alan Shearer forever because it's a really cool card. But a couple of those rookies might move on if the right time and price comes. So we've then got something really cool on the second part. So we're moving into my Bruno Guimaraes Newcastle zone now. We have a Bruno Guimaraes 1 of 1 from Topps UCC flagship 23-24. Look at that. The 1 of 1 foil fractor parallel. I really wanted to grade this bad boy, but it does look like it'd only get an 8. Sadly, because of the corners and I think the centering on it. Otherwise, these would be slabbed already. I might just authenticate it just for the sake of getting it in a slab, but it is a beautiful, beautiful card. Bruno is my favourite player of the day at the moment. You got to remember, this was Newcastle's first Champions League season in 20 years. We had some crazy results. We beat PSG 4-1, and look at that. Captain Fantastic, 1 of 1 foil fractor from Newcastle's first hobby Champions League collection in 20 years, which is crazy. So this is a big, big card. This is arguably the most favourite card in my collection. I will never sell this one. This is really, really cool. It's worth probably at the moment about £800. Foil fractors don't usually go as high as super fractors. Reason for that is it's card, not chrome. But what I would say about this one is it's Bruno Guimaraes. He's the Newcastle captain. First Champions League season in 20 years. That really helps the value. But the value means nothing to me on this one. I just wanted to get the card and I wanted to rainbow it as well. And when I say rainbow, that means that you've got every single parallel of a player, which is crazy. And take a look at this. We have got every single parallel. We've got the red, the black, orange, gold, icy blue, green. You know the drill. Look at this. We got every single colour Bruno right down to the base card. We did it, people. Every single Bruno right down to the base card. You've probably only got there about £100 worth of cards, but you add the Bruno 1 of 1 into that, and that rainbow is easily worth over £1,000. Easily worth over £1,000. I've got a Bruno Guimaraes match-worn shirt that I really want to frame, and I want to put all those cards around it up on the wall, and it would look absolutely stunning. But we've got a lovely Bruno Guimaraes rainbow. So we're then going to move these out of the way because I've got an awful big stack to go through here. We have got my PSA slab collection. And to be fair, guys, there's very, very little logic with this one. I've just kind of picked up slabs across the years that I think look really cool and from some of the most iconic sets available where possible. So only one of these I've graded myself. It's on the bottom right there, so we're going to save that till last. Arguably, probably one of the biggest slabs I've got as well. But what we're going to do is just run through these slabs quickly. We start off with a Gareth Bale refractor from UCL Chrome 2017. For those of you that don't know, UCL Chrome 2017 is one of the top 2 most iconic football card collections. The first Chrome collection for football, and also Topps' return with the Champions League license in 2017. So these cards hold value really, really well. Bale was a baller there in the Champions League winning kit. What a card that is. And it's a refractor as well, so the light hits it and it just pops differently, that one. So we got ourselves a Gareth Bale. We then got a Rodrigo Ribeiro, UCC first edition from 22-23. People were calling him the Ronaldo regen at the time, so I had to pick him up. But sadly, struggled on loan at Nottingham Forest and is struggling on loan this year. Still a beautiful card. Look at the way the star balls hit on that. But the kid needs to find a little bit of form and get some goals. He's on loan in Portugal somewhere at the moment, but I can't remember the team. We've then got Nicolo Fagioli, again a hot rookie of the 22-23 season. Another nice first edition, Starball foil, but he got convicted with Tonali for gambling. And yeah, he hasn't quite regained his stock like Tonali has. Tonali's been in insane form this year. Fagioli's not quite got there yet, but again, a baller with bags of potential. And yeah, that Starball looks sick, doesn't it? It looks very, very good. We've then got ourselves Jemison from UCL Chrome 2017. This one, I believe, is numbered to 150 copies. The colours on UCL Chrome 2017 pop differently. I want to collect every single autograph from that collection. This is available for a £5 online, so I had to pick it up, which is exactly what I did with Diego Reyes as well. Another PSA 10 from one of the most iconic collections, and another one down to getting all the autos. We then have a green press proof, Antoine Griezmann from Donruss 2018. Griezmann killed it. This was a World Cup winning year for France and Griezmann as well. We all remember what a baller he was back in the day. Absolute celebration merchant as well. And when this PSA 10 came up for a £5 as well, I just, couldn't resist that one. And the next one, again, is Donruss 2018. It's a Ronaldo on the red. It's only a PSA 7, which means the quality of this card is not good. But I'd never, ever held a PSA slab before. It was going super cheap on eBay. So this was the first ever PSA slab I ever owned. And yes, a Cristiano Ronaldo red from 2018 Donruss. And we then have another iconic collection. I told you guys about UCL Chrome 2017. You've also got 2014 Panini Prizm World Cup. The first ever premium collection for soccer or football. I keep flicking between the two for you viewers in the US. But this was the first ever premium collection for football for the World Cup in 2014. Also the first ever Prizm collection. So the base set on this is really, really nice. And we've got a Lionel Messi PSA 9 base card here. I want to get the auto. I want to get the bigger card. But we've got a very nice Lionel Messi from that collection. Worth about 50 quid in the 9. The PSA 10 is probably worth about 18, 90 quid. And the coloured variants are crazy. The gold 10 actually did over £150,000 at auction. So if you got some numbered Messis from this collection, they are worth a fortune. This one, sadly, not. But yeah, if you've got the coloured variants, you're in the money. We're then going back to 2017, UCL Chrome, and this time a Neymar refractor. First season for PSG, PSA 10, iconic collection, iconic player, worth about £40. But again, say no more. We've then got Cristiano Ronaldo on the 22-21 Stadium Club Chrome, orange and yellow wave. Look at that. I love this card because he's doing the Sue celebration. I think the player image on this card really makes it, and it pops against that coloured background as well. It's worth about £130, this one. I did overpay for this on the build up to the World Cup, which does show you the value in buying at the right time. But it's a beautiful, beautiful slab, this one. Again, I would love to rainbow it and get every single one, but the one of one doing the Sue is going to be very, very expensive. We've then got a Kylian Mbappe rookie card from 2018 Panini Donruss. It's the purple optic velocity, a PSA 9 because the centering is slightly off. You can see it's thinner this side and thicker this side. Lovely card. None of Mbappe's cards had the rookie symbol because it's kind of technically his second season, but this was the first ever Panini set, including Kylian Mbappe, and it is a beautiful card. Again, this one worth about £120. It is dropping as Mbappe stock continues to drop following that very, very difficult season at Real Madrid, but it's a nice card to hold because I'm sure he's going to be back. We then got ourselves a Giorgio Chiellini from the 2014 Prizm World Cup, the iconic collection. It's the blue, white and red variant, and again for a £5, iconic player, iconic card. I just had to do it. We've then got one more before we show off my graded card, but we've got a Jamie Bino-Gittins from the 22-23 UEFA Club First Edition collection. It's only a PSA 9. It's a red number to 5. It's absolutely stunning. Jamie Gittins is a kid with bags of potential. Had a great season for Dortmund until he got injured this year. But again, at his young age, he's got a lot of potential. I would imagine he moves to the Premier League this year. I would imagine he gets in the England setup as well shortly. This card was only worth about 50 when I bought it, but the last couple of sales on this have been around 150. So this is one that has grown really, really nicely. And we've got a red Jamie Bino Gittins. So we're now going over to one of my favourite cards. And I know you guys have seen this one already, but this is a beast. This is a PSA 10 Lionel Messi Panini Prizm Copper America 2024 manga case hit. So these are only available once a case. I actually got this card from a $30 blaster box I bought on holiday in Target. I graded it for £60 with the grading club, and it came back a PSA 10. The only card I've ever graded, and a PSA 10 Lionel Messi case hit. So all in all, this probably cost me about £80 with the grading fees. It's now worth about £1,200, which is absolutely insane. One of the most valuable cards in my collection. I have been toying with the idea of selling it and putting the funds back into some other cards, some more boxes for the channel, but this is the only card I've graded. It is a monster. You probably wouldn't have seen much better, UK-based cards go away and grade like this last year. So to get a PSA 10 on a case hit from a blaster box is an incredible story. And that card is absolutely insane. It's only not making the grail pile because it's non-autographed, but this is one of the most expensive cards that I own. So we're now moving on to the super exciting bit, because we're moving on to what I would call my Mount Rushmore of football cards. And when I call it my Mount Rushmore of football cards, I've got 5 absolutely insane autographs from Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi that I've been adding to my collection over the last couple of years. So we start off with the 2015 Panini Select Cristiano Ronaldo Blue Prizm to 15 autograph card. It's PSA 9, so some of you are thinking it's only a 9 Blazey, but this collection was really, really hard to gem mint. One of the early soccer collections, I believe it was only the second after the World Cup set we've already looked at. So yeah, some super thick stock on this, very hard to grade, but the colours pop. And this has made it one of the most sought after football card collections. I picked this card up for about £500. This card is now worth about £1,100, £1,200. So I've made a fortune on it. I'm not looking to sell it, as is my first ever Ronaldo autograph. He is the GOAT. And look at that. It's absolutely stunning. This is the cheapest of the 5 big autograph cards, would you believe it? But we've got a lovely Panini Select 2015 Cristiano Ronaldo autograph card. It's then followed by the 2019 UCL Chrome Lionel Messi autograph. It's not numbered, this. It is only a PSA 8, but it looks slick. That Barcelona kit right there is one of the most iconic Barcelona kits. We all remember Messi doing bits in that checkerboard version. And yeah, again, a huge, huge autograph hit. Not many of these are graded. I do believe there might only be 3 of his base card graded. And yeah, that makes it a really, really hard one to come around. I picked the card up, I believe, for £1,050 all in. And I believe the current value on Card Ladder is about £1,500. So again, we've done very well on this one. It's a beautiful Lionel Messi autograph. I want to collect all his UCL Chrome variants. And this is a very good start. And another thing with this, a very clean signature on there. One topic to address as we're going through this, because I'm sure it'll come up in the comments. People have seen a subreddit about the quality of Lionel Messi autographs. There is some debate over whether his brother signed a lot of them. One was rejected from the 21-22 Topps Finest collection, and I believe one was rejected from a Panini set a couple of years ago now. So people do debate the quality of them. I've watched a good couple of videos on these, read a couple of articles. Neither Topps or Panini, I do believe, at any point have accepted that has happened to some of their cards. But if you look at the sus cards, there appears to be one giveaway with it. And it looks like the L. On all the cards that have been rejected so far, they have really sharp L's. Whereas the ones that are believed to be signed by Lionel Messi, if you look at all the signatures on the shirts he signed, the live signings he does, he always has a very curved L. And the curved L ones for me are a really safe bet. The only collections I would really steer away from at the moment are 2018 Panini and 21-22 Topps at the moment. I think everything around that looks pretty good to me. And yeah, this is graded. I've looked at other Lionel Messi variants. I'm like 99.9% certain this is good. So always nice to have a clean autograph on there. And then we're back with the iconic collection again. The one I mentioned earlier on, UCL Chrome 2017. Cristiano Ronaldo's first Chrome autograph card from one of the biggest sets in all of the hobby. I had the Messi, I was looking for the Ronaldo. I waited an awful long time to try and find one at a reasonable price, and I finally did. Look at this beast. Cristiano Ronaldo, UCL Chrome, PSA 9 autograph card. Again, he's got that iconic Champions League winning kit. This is one of his biggest autograph cards. It's worth about £1,500, maybe 1,600 in the UK, just because I do believe there's only 7 graded at the 9, and there's not many of those in the UK, most of them in the US. So this is a very, very nice autograph card there. And that is followed by something very special. Lionel Messi's first UCL Chrome autograph card, which again is absolutely crazy. Again, the L is nice and curved on there, which is good. And it's, yeah, you do not see many of these come available. It is only graded to an authentic. Whoever graded this originally, you can see it's got a couple of scratches underneath the case. Obviously didn't want to get a 7 or an 8 on this, so decided to go authentic. But that does not hurt the value with this card, because this card is so hard to come by. There are only 2 graded with PSA in total, and I believe there's like 2 with Beckett. I've only known since I've been collecting this card in a PSA slab to come up once at auction, which is the one that I bought. And what you wouldn't believe is that I picked this up for about £900 all in. And I've had offers for this card for about £2,000 here in the UK. So we've made an absolute killing on this one. I will not sell it. The reason I got both of these is these are the most iconic Ronaldo and Messi autograph cards from Topps. We're very lucky to own both. As I said, only 2 ever graded with PSA on the Messi, meaning there's probably only one other collector out there that could be holding both at the same time, which makes this really, really special. And yeah, I've got no inkling to want to get rid of these. But look at that. One of the most iconic pairings you are ever going to see. The Messi and the Ronaldo from UCL Chrome 17. And then we have the most expensive card in my collection. This one right here is the Panini Prizm World Cup 2014 Ronaldo autograph. His first Prizm autograph and his first World Cup autograph. When I started collecting football cards, this was the grail for me. This was the absolute grail. I never thought I'd be lucky enough to own this card, and a couple of weeks ago, the opportunity came up and I just had to buy it. An iconic image of a younger Ronaldo, a very clean autograph, and an insane collection that really kickstarted the football card hobby here in the UK. So look at that. It's only graded to an 8. I think there's about 12 or 13 9s, but only 2 10s. So it is a very, very hard card to grade. A lot of raw cards of this are being sold for £3,000 or more, which is a massive risk considering they're so hard to gem mint. So this card is worth about £2,100 here in the UK, probably a little less in the US, but again, there's not many of these here in the UK market. People want to avoid paying the 20% import duty, which really helps with these cards. And realistically for me, people, these are the safest bets to invest in. If you can pick up early Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi autographs, they are the best ones for retaining value and money. If the hobby continues to grow, the value of these cards is going to continue to grow as well. And I think, you look at the Yamals, you look at the Desiree Doués, some really expensive rookies to invest in at the moment with huge potential. But the question I always ask is, will they meet the Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo levels? Yes, they could be fantastic players. Look at Mbappe, look at Haaland, fantastic players. But what Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo did for 10 plus years, pushing each other to be even better than one another, you will never ever see that rivalry in football again. And I think what that does to those cards is add an extra special layer to them that I just don't think you're going to see with any other cards. When you go over to the US, you look at your Tom Brady's, your Patrick Mahomes, you go, wow, those cards do insane money. Look at the Michael Jordans, the early Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants. This for soccer is what those guys are for basketball and NFL. These are huge, huge players, and I still believe their cards are really underrated. They're really undervalued. I do think as the hobby continues to grow, this is the space it's really going to grow in, is the early Ronaldo and Messi's that there is not many of. So I'll continue as I grow my collection to invest here. What's my next purchase going to be? I'm probably looking at the Lionel Messi Panini Prizm World Cup cards that I can say again, I hold both Lionel Messi and Ronaldo's first Prizm and first World Cup autographs. And that is where I'm going to head with my collection as I continue to, try and pick up some more of the Grail cards. So I told you guys at the beginning of the video, I do believe we have about £10,000 to £11,000 worth of cards here. And if we just quickly go back over these Grail PSA slabs, I do believe we probably got about £8,000 across those 5 cards. You then add your Lionel Messi into that at 1,200, so we've got about £9,000, and your Bruno is at 800. That takes us, in just that small pile, to about £10,000 worth of football cards, which is absolutely crazy. And you probably add everything else you've got there, and you're probably pushing the £11,000 price mark. So it does show you to stack up in the hobby very quickly. You don't need to potentially pick up loads of cards to hold value. My biggest piece of advice to anyone looking to invest in the hobby is probably those early Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi autograph cards. But the biggest thing I would always say is go out and purchase what you want to purchase. Don't let anyone else influence you on what you should be collecting. It's all what means something for you. I love the Bruno Rainbow. I love the on-card Shearer. And whilst these are great investable cards right here, Cristiano Ronaldo is the GOAT. And like I said, the story between Ronaldo and Messi, we will never see again in the sport. And that makes these cards really, really special. I will hold them forever unless there was a crazy offer that came in that I just couldn't refuse. But yeah, the plan is to hold these forever. And I think, go out and purchase, when it comes to football cards, go out and purchase what means something to you. What invokes emotion? What do you want to put up on display in your room? If you want to invest, go for it. It is a risky game, but again, you can make big if you pick the right players at the right time. But my advice to anyone would be is don't be influenced by anyone online. Buy what you like to collect. What I would always say as well, just before I wrap up here, is I would recommend downloading the Card Ladder app. You can compare previous sales on there, and as a result, you can ensure you're not overpaying for any cards. Before I purchase anything, I'll go on Card Ladder, have a quick look, see what previous sales were, and I won't pay realistically more than 10% of the previous sale. Or 10% over the previous sale is what I should be saying. So if you can get it under, fantastic. Or if you can get it with a little bit extra, go for it. But use that as a good barometer to make sure you're not overpaying. So I hope you enjoyed getting to see my collection today. And we'll be back with more box openings this week. So if you enjoyed today's video, then make sure you smash that like button. Do comment. Let me know what your favourite card was. And finally, do subscribe. Never to miss a single video from your boy Blazey. As I said, we'll be back with even more box openings this week. But for now, have a fantastic Easter Monday, and I'll see you soon for the next video.